For people who were still wondering if Donald Trump has white nationalist sympathies, Media Matters is reporting today, quote, Trump's presidential campaign gave press credentials to the white nationalist radio program, The Political Cesspool, which says it will soon air an interview with Donald Trump Jr. National civil rights groups have criticized the program for supporting anti-Semites, Holocaust deniers, and white supremacists like David Duke. The show openly states on its website that it's a pro-white program that wishes to revive the white birth rate above replacement level fertility. It is hosted by white nationalist James Edwards, who has claimed that Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream is our nightmare. Quote, interracial sex is white genocide, and, quote, slavery is the greatest thing that ever happened to African Americans. Goddamn, son! So if it's not clear enough how this guy's a white supremacist and he's a, open racist here, we had a former neo-Nazi skinhead on the show, Joshua Turner. He's reformed now, and he helps other people reform themselves. He's a great guy. And he says that, the whole way that they hook a lot of young, impressionable kids in is they say, no, we're not anti-black. We're not against minorities. We're pro-white. That's what we are. It's not anti-something, it's pro-something. It's not anti-something, it's pro-something. And that's what they do to try to, hook you in. And then once you're in, they'll hit you with, isn't slavery the greatest thing that ever happened to African Americans? Of course they're racist. Of course they're bigots. Of course they're intolerant. Of course they're white nationalists. Of course they're white supremacists. And they're welcomed into Trump's events with open arms. Now, understand, there is a rational rebuttal to this where people say, hey man, look, freedom of the press, you let everybody in, and if you let everybody in, hey, that's good. You want questions from all over the political spectrum, even if it's vicious, disgusting hate groups, they have a right to express their opinions. That's all true. I actually agree with that. If you let everybody in, sure, by all means. But here's the thing. They don't let everybody in. In fact, TYT reporter Jordan Chariton, this happened just recently. They tried to get into a Trump event. I forget which state it was in. This was a little while ago. And they said no. They were like, scram, get out of here. Because apparently somebody knew TYT. They're like, okay, you got to go. Not just TYT either. It's others as well. There are other legitimate news outlets where Trump's like, yeah, I'm not giving you press credentials. You're too tough on me. So you're going to reject legitimate outlets, but you're going to welcome in with open arms white nationalist radio shows. Tell me again why it's unfair to call you a bigot. Tell me again why it's unfair to call you a racist. Tell me again why it's not obvious that you have sympathies for these people. Look, he retweeted neo-Nazis 2 times. Now, it's not like he didn't know it was neo-Nazis, but that actually proves our point more because he saw the graphic that one of them sent out, which was just not true. It's about, oh my God, the blacks are murdering all the whites. And he retweets it because in his mind, he's like, yeah, that's true. True enough. I think it's true. Yeah, the blacks are the problem. Retweet that. And other things too. Just a sentiment that a white nationalist would agree with. He's like, that's right, spot on, retweet that. We're in dangerous territory, man. We're in dangerous territory. How much more obvious do you want him to make it? What his feelings are and how deep of an authoritarian he is. He wants to deport all 11 million, 12 million undocumented immigrants, even ones that have made a life here, and they're productive citizens. He's like, I don't care. I want to deport 11 million, 12 million people. Let's ban all Muslims from entering the U.S. temporarily until we figure out what's going on. And, the list goes on and on. Torture, even if it doesn't work. Target civilians, kill civilians in the Middle East. What else do you want? How much more do you want before you can pound the gavel and say, I think this is a problem? You should be saying it already, and this should put you over the edge if the other 900 stories